Hello, viewers, and welcome to yet another episode of Conversations with Joy Obasogie. I know you're already seeing this beautiful lady here, right? But wait. We'll introduce her. So, you know, my show, I've missed you. I know you've missed me, but I've missed you so much. I hope you guys are keeping, wherever you are, you're keeping, if you're in the cold temperature, you're keeping warm. If you're in the warm temperature, you're keeping cool, okay? All right, so on today's episode, I have a magnificent, fantastic person. I call her Sis of Life. And you will see why we call her Sis of Life, right? She is such an amazing person, someone who has so much, who exudes so much positivity. It is beyond even me that I think I am a positive person. No, she takes it to the nth degree. Do you understand? So we'll talk about it. So I will get to really know her. We'll get to understand what makes her tick, what makes her have such positive attitudes, right? In the face of adversity, of scarcity, of hardship. So-called hardship, or I put it in quotes because hardship is only what you think of it, right? It's what you think of it, what you make of the situation. So I call her Sis of Life. She is my auntie-in-law, but she's doing fantastic things, right? I know you guys can see behind us. Yeah. Like, what's going on with it? Don't worry, we'll talk about it. We're here in her shop. Right now, she is, in short, let me just introduce her, right? So here on the show is Miss Joy Obasogie. She is my Sis of Life, and we are going to be entering your head today.
I'm ready.
All right, guys, so let me paint the picture. She is a banker or former banker turned entrepreneur, and she's going to tell us all about it. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Oh, it's nice to see you. I said I cannot come to Lagos and not do this interview. Do you understand? It's not like you had a choice.
Well,
okay, so let's get into it. So I just painted a picture to my viewers, right? You exude. If there's one thing I really admire about you, and we talk, we gist and all of that, is even when maybe I can't complain or people are complaining about Nigeria or whatever it is, right? You just tell me one thing and it will knock sense in my head, basically, right? Is the positivity you exude, right? So how do you come about? Have you always been like this? Have you always been this kind of like positively looking person, or did events come to your aid?
Thank you so much. And thanks for having me on the show. I'm really happy to be here. So when we talk about being positive, maybe because my name is Joy, I don't know. And somebody said you're a joyful person a few minutes ago. And it reminds me of a lot of things. Like, I feel that in every darkness, there's a light.
Right.
In every blockade, there's an opening. You just have to look for it and see it. So I've always been like this. I've always felt like this. When there's a problem, the next thing I'm looking for is a solution. Because when you keep dwelling in your problems, it doesn't make it go away.
It doesn't.
It stays there.
It doesn't.
So when there's a problem, the next thing I want to think about is, what's the next step? What's the way forward? How do we get out of it? How do we get there?
Right.
And I believe that the universe hears. So whatever you keep saying, it comes to pass, but it only takes time. So I've learned to be patient, to wait for that time. But I can never confess negative, because whatever I say happens to me. So that's what I believe. I believe in being positive. I believe in light.
Right. And you're right? For the universe hears it, right? But for it to happen, you need to put it out there in the universe, right? So that's the first step is, and to your point, if there are problems, why do we dwell on the problem? The more we dwell on it, you're not finding solutions. But the more you just, okay, you know what? So this is the problem, right? Okay, what are solutions? What's a way out of this? And the minute you start to have that mindset, right, that shift,
the answer starts
to come effortlessly. Okay, so you see why I say her positivity is out of this world. And someone literally, it's not, let me even just say, one of my daughters literally called you joyful, right? And we're like, hey, that is so spot on.
She said you're a joyful person. I was like,
okay. Okay. So, but in addition to being positive, or maybe part of being positive is you make bold moves. You take bold moves.
True.
And guys, let me tell you about this boldest one that she took. Even me, I was like, are you serious? You just one day entered your banking job that you've been working for years, and you quit. Talk to us about that. Talk to us about that. Why did you just say, you know what, today's the day? I'm going to do it because I know better things. Like, just walk us through that process, because it's not easy.
I know.
It's not easy. So talk to us.
Okay, so after like 10 years in banking, and I was like, what's the next step for me? I'm not the kind of person that likes to be in one place for so long.
Okay.
I like activity. I like being busy. Like if I can be busy for like 2 weeks non-stop, the next 2 days I'm going to sleep all through. I need to rest.
Okay.
You know, so I've been in banking and like we're doing the same thing, marketing from day one. And my husband's like, you can't be doing marketing. I'm married, I need to go to operations. I'm like, I can't do operations. The day they move me to operations, I resigned. But I can't sit in one place.
Right.
I need to move. I need to meet people. I like to talk with people, you know. So, and one day I was like, I've been doing this thing for 10 years. What's the next step after this? So I can't.
And you don't want operations either, right?
No.
Okay.
So because it allows me time to be myself, to do a lot of things. I like to nap in the afternoon.
Okay.
It's been like that for years. Even while in banking, I must nap. If
Are
I
you
don't
serious?
nap, if I don't nap, I don't work properly.
Okay, you know yourself, so that's not the truth.
Yeah. So I always do that. Even when I come here and I just nap. Once I wake up, I'm working.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay.
So and I call and I'm like, what is it? What is in it, all of this for me? And they're like, no, this is it. So I look back and I'm like, if I give myself 10 years I'm giving to the bank, I'm sure I'll be somewhere. So I like to read about people a lot.
Okay.
So my husband always like, you're always on your phone. I don't answer because I know what I'm
You know
doing.
what you're doing, exactly. You're not just surfing mindlessly. You're not just social media.
So I like to always read about people. How did they get here? What are they doing? You know, great people. And even people who have failed. What did they do?
What was the key lesson?
Yes,
right,
that made them fail. There's always something I learn from everybody.
Right.
Whether you're small, you're an old person, I always learn something. I'm like, okay, let me go out there and give myself these 10 years and see what I will achieve for myself.
Okay.
And then I moved out. It was difficult.
Okay.
I had some savings. Okay. But of course, because you have some savings, people will come and be like, oh, you could do this, you can do this, if you take it to the next level. And I put money into it. Then I got to a point where that money was no longer working.
Right.
And I'm the type of person that likes to, it's not like I don't like my husband to support me, which he has been very supportive. But I also like for him to see that, you're doing it 10, you're giving me back 100. So I push myself.
Okay.
I push myself so much that, what am I bringing back for myself?
Okay.
Not just on the table, what am I bringing back for myself and all of that. So I started difficult, then all those savings ran out. I didn't study accounting, I didn't study business, but I like to work with those in the market because they have wisdom, they have experience.
And you learn a lot from them.
Yes, I learned a lot from them. So I started applying all of that gradually. I wasn't paying myself until now. I don't pay myself.
Okay.
Because my accountant was like, how can you work and you're not paying yourself? I said, I cannot.
It's called building sweat equity in your business, you know?
Thank you.
Okay.
Oh, you're an accountant. So
chartered.
So I'm like, how can I pay myself when I need more capital for my business? So when it comes, I put it back there. When it comes, I put it back there.
Okay.
I did for like 1 year. He supported me 1 year. And it's like, you are now on your own.
Okay.
You know, so I started pushing, bringing people together to fundraise and all of that. And then I got to a point, by my 2nd year, I could pay my rent. In a month, I was able to pay my rent. Okay. You know, so we kept moving. While I'm doing everything I'm doing, I'm thinking, what's the next thing?
Right.
I'm planning towards it. I'm saving towards it. I'm writing it down. I journal a lot.
Okay.
So, like last year, I went back to all the things I've written. I saw everything I wanted.
Yeah,
it has happened.
fruition.
Do you understand?
Yes.
So I write a lot. I read about people a lot, and I move.
Okay.
My staff, they know if you are slow, you can walk.
Right.
You need to be forward thinking.
Is it true? It's true, right?
They know.
Okay.
You need to be forward thinking.
Right.
You need to move to the next step. We need to get it done. I don't like, it's not possible. Excuses. There has to be a way. How is the other person doing it right? Why can't we do it?
Right. You have two heads, right? You don't have two heads. You have one head. Same one head. You're right.
So that's it.
Okay. Wow. So guys, you see, it's called having. You may not even know what the next step is, but you know that this is not it. You know where you are, the status quo, right? And you just tell yourself, you know what, enough is enough. I'm just going to do this, and I'm going to forge ahead. And like she said, I've given the bank 10 years. What if I gave myself 10 years? Let me give myself the next 10 years to see what I can do with it. I believe I can do something with it. Let's go for it. And you just went for it. You didn't want to, hesitate. And she put it out there in creation. That's the key. You put it out there in the universe. Okay. All right. So now, guys, behind us, let's talk about your business now. So, guys, behind us, you see. It's braziers. It's like fancy, lingerie. What we call lingerie, lingerie type stuff. Like when you want to, get. But let's. So this is the business, and it's a beautiful space here. I mean, you guys are going to see, it's a beautiful space. So how did you, the question is, because typically when people go into business, right, it's either you're doing clothes, so like outfits, or shoes, or something else, right? No one really thinks lingerie. Not that we don't wear it, not that there isn't a need. There is a need. I think all women wear it, right? But no one really thinks it. So how did you think to, hey, you know what? Let me go into this line of business. I think there's something here.
Okay, so before I started, I went online and did my research. Like I said, I always read,
Right.
do research and all of that. And I was like, what's the next best thing to food?
Right.
It's
Okay.
underwear.
It's underwear, because everyone was wearing underwear. I mean,
Everybody
hopefully everyone is wearing underwear,
Yes.
but
If you don't wear a pants, you wear a bra, or you
Right.
wear boxers, or you wear singlet.
Right.
You wear something, you wear nightwear.
right.
You want to look good, not just, like I always tell people, it's not what they see on the outside.
Mhm.
What if you were on the road and there's a situation
Yeah.
where they have to rip off your clothes?
To resuscitate you or something like that,
And
right?
maybe your driver or your friends, people who have been respecting, they now say, she's wearing a faded or torn out underwear.
With like holes, and I know,
I'm
right?
going to face them tomorrow. So I'm like, the next best thing to food is underwear.
Okay.
Everybody wears an underwear.
Right.
And before then, I've always had people meet me for the first time, and we start talking, and they start talking about their problems. And in
Okay.
my mind, I'm like, oh, this one has come again. What am I supposed to do? So it's been happening.
Okay.
So, and most of them are women.
Okay.
So because of that, I work with a lot of women.
Okay.
So, and I realized that if we make our in-house, what they call the other room,
Yeah.
you make it look as much as beautiful as the outside, there'll be some joy and some comfort. So I decided to go into underwear business. And also because then I had my son,
Okay.
I couldn't get a place to buy underwear where I was living then.
Okay.
Because each time I asked, well, where can I get a bra? They'd be like, oh, I don't know. So they don't know.
In this entire,
I
yeah.
said, okay, let me see if I can fill that gap.
Okay.
Because business is all about filling gaps.
Yes.
But I tell people that my business is about bringing happiness.
Right.
It's not just buying my product, we make you happy. You
Right.
come here, we make sure you're happy.
Right.
And you keep calling and keep coming back.
Right.
You know? So
And that's what you want,
that's what I
yeah.
want. So I went in, did my research, started talking with manufacturers, suppliers, but we started with our own brand name.
Yeah.
Started talking manufacturers and all of that, bringing in samples. I was running it by people and all of that. So that's how it started.
I said the rest is history.
History.
And this is a brand new shop. Now you've had this, you commissioned this. When was this?
Not up to a year.
Not a year. Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
And you have 2 locations now. This
This
and
is the second
this
location.
is the second location.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So it's a thriving business, right? And to her point, you solve a need, right? You see that from you're talking to people and all, they're like, you know what? There's a need, and I'm gonna go fill that need and close the gap. Right, and this is what happens. And like I said, the rest is history. It is fantastic in this. You can see it is fantastic in this shop. She has done an amazing, just the look and feel of it, the layout. I mean, it's top notch, right? You would think you were like in the US, like seriously. You would think you were like at the Macy's, the lingerie section, and all that. It is really, really, really nice. So kudos to you. Kudos to you. Yeah. Okay. So I was speaking to my a friend of mine came to visit, and we're talking. I was like, I had this interview, and she was like, what's it about? She goes, please, you need to ask her a question. So I'm going to ask her a question. She said, can you please tell us how some of the skill sets you learn working in a bank, how some of that translated to now owning your own business and running your business?
So I was talking to someone one day. There was an issue and we're talking, and I was trying to explain to her. She was not in my same space. And I was like, I think all our children need to work in the bank, gain at least 2 years experience before they set out to do another thing. Because working in the bank gave me a lot of eye-opening. I learned a lot. Customer service, negotiation, closing deals, and a lot of that. I used to have this boss who was like, she's a bulldozer.
Okay.
So, and people like, this woman is so harsh, she's so this. Like I said, I see the best. I look for the best in you. So you come and tell me, oh, this person is this, is that. I want to find out why you say that person is that. There's a light in that person. I need to find that light. And if I need to learn and add to what I've learned, I add it. So I learned from her, and she said, when you go to companies to get businesses, the security man, the receptionist, they must be your friend.
Yes.
They are the ones that will give you information that guys are around.
Yes.
This is around. So all those small things, I learned them. And then back then, when they be like, oh, there's a situation, what do we need to do? And all of that. In my new brother,
and everyone's like panicking and all that.
They'll be like, call Joy.
Okay.
So while I'm out marketing, they call me, I will come back. And I'm like, guy, what's up? You look good. So I always have a way of telling you something that will make you laugh.
Like, calm you down.
You understand?
Yes.
And it's kind of like, okay, so what's the problem? Is that all? I'll get it fixed.
Right.
What else do you want? And the person is now smiling and all of that. So I learned that in the bank, because when I just joined, I see some people just exhibit some kind of attitude. I'm like, why is this person doing this? And it's not right.
Right.
You're supposed to give the person a query. And my boss back then will be like, he'll smile. He'll say, don't worry. She'll learn. So he won't give them query.
Okay.
He'll find a way to talk to them.
Okay.
And that person won't do that thing the next time.
Okay.
So I found out that, okay, so it's a learning process. We're all coming from different backgrounds.
Right.
So you need to learn to accommodate people.
Okay.
I have a staff who doesn't talk too much.
Okay.
She's right here. But when she's angry, she's like, oh, this
firepower.
So I'll now smile and say, okay, calm down. Come back later.
Okay.
So I learned that from banking. And no matter how or who you are, none of my friends will tell you that we fought. I will fight you, too, but I will get what I want.
Right.
I learned that from the bank too, because my boss then would get what she wants.
Right. Is that why they call her bulldozer? Because she's like,
I think so, because she will enter you, your family, your extended family, your friends, they all become her family. So I learned doing that.
Okay.
And working in the bank, marketing, you can enter anywhere. You can talk to anybody. You can achieve whatever you want to achieve. And I also learned from marketing that the most important thing is your connect, your network. It's not the money you have.
You know what they say, that your net worth is a result of your network. It's not empty saying, right?
At all. So it's not about how much you have in the bank.
Okay.
It's about your network.
And how you can use it, though. Because you can have network and not know how to use it. Because some people...
That is for them. But I use mine very well.
Okay.
Like I have... Someone will call me, a friend called from Canada. Oh, I have this friend. This. Can you help her? I said, oh, send her CV. She sent and I left it. And then another person came, oh, I need this person. I said, okay, I forwarded this to you.
Okay.
And the girl calls, oh, she was praying, thank you. You've hired me, and they're asking how do I know you? Because that person, she knows a lot of people. So how come you know her? We've not even met.
Okay.
So like, oh, my boss, my
connection.
Like, she must meet me. I said, you don't need to meet me. You have it. You go. So the only thing I told her was that don't disgrace me.
Yeah, pay it forward.
So exactly. I tell myself I'm very grateful to God.
Okay.
For that connect. Like anybody I want to reach, I can reach. Is to call this person, say, how do we get this?
Okay.
So that's why I tell people that connect, that woman built, made me to know that it's
the
not
power of it, right?
It's not how much you have. Who do you know? Who can you call that will pick your call and say, oh, I'll do this thing for you. This person called, Joy called, I have to do this thing for this person. Who are those people in your circle? That's the major thing I learned from banking. And I keep my relationships.
Okay.
I try.
You don't burn bridges.
I try as much as possible. If I burn a bridge, know that
person done like
and I won't fight you. I won't quarrel with you. I won't be talking to you.
Exactly.
So that's it.
And guys, I know some of you are sitting there and say, yeah, well, but Nigeria is so much a who you know society versus what you bring to the table. How does that apply to us in diaspora? Guys, it applies equally as well to us in the diaspora. Remember, I did an interview with Nokia Udevulu. Remember, she talked about connections, right? The power of networking, the power of connections is the exact same principle, because at the end of the day, human beings are human beings. Doesn't matter whether you're here, you're there, you're Nigerian, you're American, you're Caucasian, you're a human being first. And there's the human feelings, there's the meet and greet, there's the touchy-feely things. All that is universal. Doesn't matter where you are, doesn't matter what color your skin is, right? So she still makes a valid point. It's still all about the connections, right? And the saying, your net worth, how much you're worth or your potential is based on your network. So you better go and start expanding that network, okay? Keeping the relationships, maintaining the relationships, right? Because you have to maintain it.
And building that relationship, the basis is integrity.
Expand on that.
People need to know that you have integrity. They can trust
That you're
you.
trustworthy.
Yes, that
Okay.
they can tell you something and it ends there. It goes from here and it doesn't go out from
Okay.
here.
Okay.
They can leave money with you and they come back, they meet it where they kept
Right.
it. Money is mostly the key. Like people be like, oh no, don't do business with this person. If she says one, she's going to do two,
Yeah.
or she's not going to keep to her word.
Yeah.
Integrity matters. If they know that they can say, call this person, she'll get it done
Yes.
for you. The way she tells you, that's how it is.
Yes.
You don't even need to market yourself.
Yeah.
People just say, no, go to this person.
She's reputable.
Go to this person. So
yes.
integrity is key in whatsoever you do.
Okay. Okay. Guys, integrity is key. Okay. I was going to tell her, okay, so to wrap it up, right? What are three, she's already mentioned on integrity. What are three qualities do you think anyone, so like, you know, someone who's thinking of, hey, you know what? I've been thinking about this business, how to venture into it. Now that I've watched your episode, I've seen, you know, this Joy. Oh my goodness, I'm going to go get it. So what are three qualities you'd say a person should have? You've already talked about one, integrity. What are two others to add to integrity that you think a person should have to read for success? For success.
Okay.
And it could be either as an entrepreneur or as a professional in the business place to really get ahead. What are two more qualities?
Okay, I like to always use myself as
Okay,
an example. So for integrity, that's number one.
Right.
Number two, because I sell products, I like to do good quality products.
Okay.
Good quality product.
Right.
If you're giving service, give good quality service.
Okay.
If your product has a fault, take it back and replace it.
Right.
What does that do for you? The person will be like, no, I'm going to buy from this person.
Yeah.
If I have an issue, I can always go back.
Right.
You know,
So she
so
will fix it. She knows
she'll
that
fix
take
it.
care of it. Yeah.
She will sort it.
Right.
You know, and somehow make yourself like, what would I call it? We have what we call the Joy Network.
Okay.
It has to do with women
Okay.
gathering. That's mainly part of the purpose why we got this big space.
Okay.
So because women have been coming, so we want to have them gather. We'll have just one gathering.
Okay.
That was in last year.
Mhm.
Have them gather, tell your stories,
Let's
and
just
nobody's judging you.
Right.
Tell your problem and
Okay.
nobody's judging you.
Okay.
It's a joy place, a
Okay.
joyful place, your zen place where you're relaxed, where you're happy and nothing. So make yourself that person that people can rely on. Not, although not everybody can rely on you, but
Right.
add value somehow. You should be able to add value to people.
Okay.
When you add value, people will look for you.
Right. So the three things I hear are the three qualities. One, integrity. Have integrity, right? That's key. Two is
Good product or good service.
okay. So provide excellent customer service or provide excellent products, right? Good quality, right? Don't try to, because sometimes some people think they're smart. Oh yeah, let me try to outdo you and all that. You're only outdoing yourself.
Yeah.
You may win in the short run, but in the long run, it's damage to your reputation, right? So provide whatever you do, provide excellent quality service and products. And then three is add value. See where you can always add value to people's lives, right? In whatever shape or form. And be that go-to person.
Yes.
Yeah, become that go-to person. Okay. Well, you've heard it all. She has said it all. This is the success. This is the secret to success, really. I mean, and like I said, doesn't matter if you're here in Nigeria, doesn't matter if you're in the diaspora, doesn't matter where you are. You can apply these same principles, right, to getting things done and for success. And I would like to say that, or maybe one last word for you, for my viewers. Anyone who's out there who's thinking of, thinking for years now of making the leap to entrepreneurship, what would you have for them?
Just start.
Just start.
Just start it. Because once you start, you know, like I said, it's not what they teach you in school that is on the streets. So when they tell you in school, they tell you, no, you have to do it like this, you have to do it like this. They talk about it. I have experience of somebody who is very intelligent.
Okay.
You say, no, this is how you have to do your business. This is how you have to do it. And then he started a business.
Okay.
Not up to a few months, he wants to back out. I'm like, no.
What happened to this? Is
No,
yeah.
this is what I've been going through. This is how business is.
Right.
You just need to start. And when you start, all those hidden hurdles,
Yes.
they start to come out.
Okay.
And you break it. You
Okay.
climb it. You pass it. It keeps coming.
Okay.
And you keep moving. But you have to start first.
So just start. Stop mulling. You've spent too much time mulling over it. Just start, okay? And success will be yours. The way I see it is things will start to be placed in your path. People will start to be destiny helpers. You know me, I believe in destiny helpers. They will start to be placed in your path, right? Doesn't mean you're not going to have issues or you're going to run into obstacles. There are plenty. There are plenty.
Definitely.
But those are meant to mature us because that's how you grow as a person and as a business owner as well, right? So just start, okay? It's been a pleasure having Miss Joy Obasogie on my show. I am so happy I got to finally do this, right?
Thank
You've
you.
had wonderful nuggets for us. So I really, really thank you. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much, sis of life.
Thank you.
All right, viewers, there you have it. right? So I think for me, I'm not even going to talk too much in this, like, closing statement. Is the key to it is just start. If you're out there and you're thinking of doing this business, just get into it. If you're a professional and you're thinking of climbing the ranks, build your network. If you have not started, if you're the one where you just, what we say, you just come to work, you just want to hide in one corner, and then 5 o'clock, you just carry your bag and go. That is not the way to do it. Okay, that is so, you're doing it wrongly. Let's flip things around, right? Start to talk to people. No one has two heads. Don't think anyone is unreachable. Even that guy, the CEO, very reachable. But you need to know how to play your game, right? You need to know how to go about it and start to build your network. For your net worth is a result of your network. Okay? So until the next time on my show, Conversations with Yobosa, I say, go and subscribe. If you don't subscribe yet, please tell them to subscribe.
Please subscribe.
If you don't subscribe, this is how you miss out on beautiful, wonderful people doing fantastic things in their space. Until the next time on this episode, I say you stay safe and have a super sparkly one. Bye now.
Thank you.